He is obsessed at how people are going to remember him as a person, and to me, that is not a bad thing.
No, it's a sick obsession.
And
all these guys are obsessed.
He is sickly obsessed with how people think about him, because he is sickly obsessed with how people are going to view him after basketball. He came out and flat out admitted it. And that is an obsession to be great.
Yeah, and I know all these guys. Jordan was obsessed.
Obsessed.
All these guys are obsessed. You have to be obsessed. You have to be obsessed just to get to the NBA level. Brian Scalabrine was obsessed to get to where he got. All these guys are obsessed. But LeBron has a bullseye on Jordan, and he's aiming for Jordan. And he doesn't just want to hit Jordan. He wants to blow him out of the water. I truly believe that. And he is on a mission. And people who don't think he has the killer instinct, that focus and that obsession, because this is not taking anything away from Jordan. This is just going to the people who don't think LeBron has the mindset.
Right.
It's so hypocritical because it goes into the 18-year-old who anointed himself or got anointed and lived up to it. And this bullseye he has on Jordan's back, where he's trying to blow Jordan's legacy out of the water and become the greatest of all time, that is a killer instinct.
Absolutely.
Maybe you approach the last 30.
He approaches it differently.
Maybe you approach the last 30 seconds of a game differently than Jordan, which is not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing or a bad thing. It's just a difference of how you approach it. You have a different style of basketball. You're a different player. We don't want another Jordan. We want another great basketball player who could give us a great argument.
That's the problem.
We could compare. We could enjoy both. I think LeBron's the greatest player of all time. I appreciate and love what Jordan did. And I could sit down and watch Jordan highlights and Jordan games for hours and hours, and Kobe and Shaq and Kareem and Wilt, anything I could find. I could sit down and I could watch it for hours and hours and hours because I love basketball. And I think the LeBron hater has gotten away from their love of the game. They don't appreciate what LeBron gives them year in and year out. And they're not appreciating what they're watching now. They might appreciate it in 10, 15 years when he's gone, and when they're watching Hardwood Classics and we're like, damn, this guy came back from 3-1. This guy beat a 73-19, because there's going to become a point in time where it's romanticized and we remember it differently. But the fan that hates on LeBron right now, my biggest pet peeve with that person is, besides all the hypocrisy, I don't think they are appreciating what we're watching.
No.
And they know how good he is, because he could have a game like last night where he puts up 34, 5, and 6, his second worst game of his 12-game playoff run, and they talk about it as a subpar performance. When your standards for a player who you don't even like are that sky high, that's how you know how great LeBron is.
And we don't even call it a game at this point because he played a half.
Yeah.
Because the referees tried the best they could do to not get him to play that first half.
If you've played 12 playoff games this postseason, and a 34, 5, and 6 game, shooting 56% from the floor, where you have 4 fouls at the half, when you have 4 fouls at the 6-minute mark in the second quarter, and that's considered your second worst game
of the postseason. Game. That's some people's best games of their career.
The only thing Jordan has LeBron on right now is points. He's 27 points ahead of LeBron, which LeBron will get in Game 5 against the Celtics on Thursday night. So after this Thursday, LeBron will have passed Jordan in all 3 major statistical categories, which is points, rebounds, and assists.
Well, what's the funny thing? And then, so before you, because the other thing,
because I'm ready to go.
Right, I know you're ready to go because I wanted to, we'll go on. But the funny thing was that recently, everyone tells you, oh, MJ is the greatest. LeBron had to play how many more games to even touch him in points? All right. Who's taking more shots, like you said?
Unless LeBron takes over 35 shots, he is going to elapse Jordan in points.
In less shots.
In 100 less shots.
In less shots. So we're not talking about games. We're talking about what it comes down to at the end of the day is efficiency.
It's pure efficiency.
In less shots, he's going to top Jordan in points. And in more games, though, but it doesn't even matter because how much would Jordan have to average to even touch LeBron in the other categories?
It is out of this world how far ahead LeBron is in rebounds and assists. But first, we'll just touch on the points. Right now, Jordan's at 5,987 points.
Right.
LeBron, 5,960 points. So a 26-point difference.
Right.
Which is nothing at this point. LeBron, yes, he's played in 32 more games, but he's taken over 130 less shots. So Jordan's averaging 33.4 points per game. LeBron's averaging 28.2 points per game. Right. This is in the playoffs now. Jordan had averaged 25.1 field goal attempts per game in the playoffs. LeBron, 20.7. So LeBron's averaging about 5 points less per game on about 5 less field goal attempts per game. They each have shot exactly like almost to a T. They're both shooting 48%.
Right.
Jordan 48.7, so
Right.
.487. LeBron
Okay.
.481. So basically the exact same field goal percentage, especially when you're talking about that many shots. I
Right.
mean, you're talking about .006 or something like that. So it's ridiculously close. And then what's not ridiculously close is rebounds and assists. You want to say, oh, LeBron's the bigger body. He's got a couple inches on him. He's got 30 pounds on him, whatever it is. He's the bigger body. That's why he's a better rebounder. How about the fact that he's like 100 times better passer? He's got over 400 more assists in his playoff career. And when you look at 32 games, 32 games is a lot of games. 400 assists is a lot of assists for 32 games. Because when you look at it, 32 games, he has him plus 702 rebounds, plus 409 assists. It doesn't add up.
It's so off the charts.
If
It's
Jordan matched LeBron in games, so
Right.
if he played 211 games like LeBron has in the postseason, he would need to play another 32 games, obviously, and he would need to average 21.9 rebounds per game and 12.7 assists per game to equal what LeBron is at right now.
Jordan's gonna average 12 something assists a game.
Yeah. While grabbing,
if he gets those extra games that everyone's worried about, he's gonna
while
do that.
while grabbing 22 rebounds a game. So he's gonna need to grab 22 rebounds a game and average near 13 assists per game.